Cispa has reared its ugly head once again, despite the fact that it got shot down by the Senate last year, and never mind the fact that everybody's distracted and flag waving about the Boston bombings this week. The U.S. House of Representatives decided to pass the Cyber Intelligence Sharing and Protection Act, which is cleverly worded to make it sound like it's for our protection, by an overwhelming margin of 288 to 127, with 18 chicken shits abstaining. Now, I don't differentiate between Republican and Democrat, because they're the same thing essentially, and have the exact same money masters. President Obama has vowed to veto this measure if it gets to his desk, but pardon my cynicism if I find that promise to be on shaky ground. This is the same man who vowed to veto the National Defense Authorization Act in 2011, the NDAA, and what happened when it came to his desk? He signed it on New Year's Eve, no less. And if you don't think that they're going to sneak in a lot of that SOPA copyright language in this bill at the very last minute, be ready to be surprised. So what has to happen now, for those unfamiliar with the system, is now that it passed the House, it's got to go over to the Senate, which is 100 members, 2 from each state, and the bill needs a majority in order to pass. And this is where it got killed last year. Hopefully we can get it killed again. However, if it passes the Senate, then it goes to the president's desk. For more details on that process, see Schoolhouse Rock. Now, some of the main features of Cispa are that it would allow companies like Microsoft, Google, Facebook, Twitter, cell phone companies, cable companies, even your ISP, to share your personal information and sensitive data with the U.S. government, who will then do threat assessments to see if you're a criminal. Now, this is not just about whether you post your phone number on Facebook. No. This is text messages, emails, even cloud files, which has been absolutely all the rage lately. It can all be done without a warrant or liability to the company. An extremely disturbing aspect of Cispa is that it would override existing state and federal laws regarding privacy policies and wiretapping. So let's say you're about to sign a contract with a company who promise you up and down and even send you annoying mailers that they're not going to divulge your personal information. No, that's safe with us. Okay, let's say they're backing this measure. What they're doing essentially is pissing on the contract that you just signed. A language in the bill is both broad and specific. It's vague in the aspect that the government doesn't explicitly come out and say what crimes they're looking for. It's more of an absolute sweep. But it's specific in that any information you put online or that others have put online without your knowledge, and let's face it, most companies put everything online these days, that's going to be up for fair game. And it is vital to remember that this is not our internet. Okay, the internet was created by the military, not Al Gore. And it has been the Wild West for freedom of information for 20 years. And that's dangerous. And they want it back. What this measure is corporate fascism. SOPA did not have the corporate backing of Google, of Facebook. But with this, is it any wonder that a company like Facebook, who calls its users dumb fucks, as Mark Zuckerberg called all of us, for putting our personal information online, is it any surprising that they would back a measure like this? Some of the great dictatorial powers in history would absolutely crave for this kind of access to people's data. This must get killed in the Senate. In my opinion, this has been a complete misdirection this week. Call it David Copperfield, call it a boxer who's got one hand up here and is just waiting to give you an uppercut to the chin. But if you think that Washington has been glued to its set watching the Boston happenings, waving their flags, let me give you a little bit of a history lesson here. The Federal Reserve Act was passed in 1913, while most of Congress was away at Christmas. I mentioned Obama, who signed the NDAA in 2011, New Year's Eve, while people were watching Dick Clark and the stupid ball drop at Times Square. This has been done without people paying attention. And I want you all to understand it's happening. I want you to be as active as you were during SOPA. I want you to call your senators. I want you to let your friends and family know about this. Turn off that television with its disingenuous patriotic propaganda. The time is now, okay? Government is like fire. It is a dangerous servant and a terrible master. We have got to stay vigilant. We have got to stay perseverant. We have got to stop Cispa. Let's kill it like we killed SOPA. We can do this together. Call your senators. Make your friends and family aware. Be active. Talk later.